All right, so to kick things off here, we're back again for the Week 3 number 1 Best Trader competition recap. And today I'm here with Julie and Paula. They don't have video, but they have audio going, and they will be able to give us some input about their trades. They were both traders in the competition. And we may have Jill join at the end of the session for some of her input, but we're not sure of that yet. So to get things started, this competition, this recap, ranges from the dates of June 17th to the date of June 21st, which is all of last week. And, I should mention, we do have Karen here.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Yep.
Hi, everyone.
So to start the Excel analysis, we can see that Best 57, as of last Friday, was still in first place at $15,000. And we can see that second place and third place were 49 and 80.
Mm-hmm.
And per day trading P&L per trade has been quite volatile. You can see that last week there was a lot of movement between the 17th and the 21st. 17th and the 20th were both very negative. Wednesday was the only day that was positive by a bit. So last week wasn't the greatest week for a lot of you. Top 10 stocks for the entire competition have been AMD by far. It's more than doubled the volume of the second highest, which was MLNT, and then third was ARQL. Now, per hour, we can see that it's still pretty similar from what it was last recap. So pretty soon after the market closes and pretty soon before the market opens, there's pretty significant losses. And then again here at almost 8 p.m., but because this is not volume weighted, it is possible that there's only a couple trades during that time that lost a lot of money, so that average does show a very negative number, but the volume isn't taken account into that graph. And now Best 25, 49, and 68 I wanted to give a shout out to because they did a very good job at staying consistent with their trades. We can see that 49 is also in second place with 13,000 in profit.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see over the course of the competition, they have stayed positive nearly the entire time. And as the competition has progressed, they've stayed pretty consistent in their positive trades. So nice job to all three of you. Mm-hmm. And now moving on to the top 3 stocks, as I normally do. The top traded stock for last week, let me show you this first. For last week only, we can see that the top 3 stocks were MLNT, MGI, and AMD. AMD is the only one, I believe, that was still at the top 3, similar to how it was last week. So MLNT had an over 200% jump on Wednesday. You can see that here. On the 19th, it jumped up, and then it dropped back down a bit, and then hiked up again, and it's since normalized. And this was because of a supplemental new drug application, FDA approval for Malandrino Therapeutics Baxdela antibiotic, which is meant to treat skin infections. And this supplemental drug application expanded the label to include certain types of pneumonias. For more information, you can visit that link.
We seem to have a pattern, though, like the most active traded stocks are usually pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My guess is that it's because there's often new news with those, and often things that are failing and things that are succeeding, and they're also typically very low price stocks. So a small increase in price can cause a large percentage gain.
This is a new one. Yeah.
MGI had a 168% surge on Tuesday, and we can see that just like that last stock, it went up, came back down, went up again. Similar to this one, went up, came back down, went up again, and then normalized again. And this was caused by MoneyGram International's strategic partnership with the blockchain company Ripple. And then the third top stock was the one that we've had, AMD again, and they hit their 13-year high 2 weeks ago. And this was caused by a strategic partnership between Samsung and AMD to license AMD's graphic technology. And for the last 2 weeks, there has been a pullback, and it's been down. We'll see how it goes next week.
AMD is a very popular stock. So from the
Very
very
popular.
beginning of our competition, we noticed that that's the most,
It has been one of the top stocks.
the top stocks that we see that people are trading.
Yeah.
So if you go back week 2,
Mhm.
it was the top, and then what was seen in week 1? Let's take a look at week 1.
Week 1 was
Again, AMD. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been consistent,
Has been.
very popular.
Week 2, AMD was second, and then, but all 3 weeks it's been in the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Paola and Julie, do you have any input on?
Let's
on
start
your
with
trades?
Julie first.
Sure.
Since Julie was in the first week of the competition and she got knocked out, and we didn't have the opportunity to have Julie on in the first week, so that's why we have her now. So Julie, you want to tell us what you were trading in the first week and what strategy you were using or what happened?
Yeah, so not thank you so much for that question, but I'm glad that you also have the access to the platform, even though you would not have still recorded us on the actual rankings because it's still a learning curve, and I'm actually still trading and watching all of the stocks that you mentioned. But in the first week, I would have traded for the first 2 days, and I used the high and low ticker I think that was provided as one of the windows, which I found very helpful. So I was able to configure that particular window to look at certain price stock, certain price ranges, and all of that. And it proved to be successful. I had about 5 or 6 different trades, maybe 10, 5 or 6 different trades that were profitable for me. But the second day, what I lacked was the fact that trading is actually a mental game. And since I was a bit tired from the first day with all the excitement and my very first time trading, the second day I'm like, you know what, if I'm getting these small gains the first day, I made a big mistake. I think the second day of the competition, the stock that I traded was IFRX. And I just went big on that. And listen to me, that was the biggest lesson I've learned for this particular trading. Although I'm trading on the back end, I may not be in the right place now, but I am taking full note that if you are not analyzing the charts and the tools that's needed, and you decide to take a big leap, because that second day IFRX just hit me in the butt. But I'm so glad for the articles that you all sent out as well based on this competition. They're very helpful. I think one of them spoke to trading psychology. And when you look at those type of articles, because honestly, this would have been my first introduction to trading, and it's so enlightening to say, you know what, even though I'm not in the rankings, I'm still able to place trades and still watch for other traders and how they trade. But that was my biggest boo-boo, I should say, in the first week for sure. But I'm still trading those stocks that you mentioned on the back end and having small profits though.
I see.
That's good.
Did you have a big position in that stock that you lost out on?
Oh, I used all of my buying power that day. Literally,
I see.
I felt the rush from the first day of trading, and I'm like, you know what? Depending on, I think it's one of the articles talk about scalping styles, and I liked that for the first day. But since I did not have the endurance to trade the next day, because I think another article talked about taking breaks as well, taking naps, and just pacing yourself really in order to train your mind on your trading mentality to trade either throughout the entire day of a particular portion. But the second day with IFRX, I literally was like, you know what, I did well the first day, and I did not realize that I needed to be a little bit smarter. So I just put all of my eggs in one basket. Although the first trading day did me well, I looked at different stocks, but that second day, man, that was the biggest lesson I've learned thus far, and it was a lesson that I hopefully I would love to do this competition again if it comes up. But it's a big lesson to learn, because I should not have used all of my buying power that day. I probably would have still been in the running, but it's still good to monitor the other traders and learn from them for next time, right?
Right.
Absolutely right.
Yes.
Paula, did you have a similar situation where no, Paula, are you still in the
Yeah,
competition?
she's been in the top 5 or at least the top 10,
That's right. Yeah.
throughout the entire competition. So
Yeah, nice
very
job.
good job, Paula.
Thank you.
So what's been your strategy for all of this? Have you been taking big positions in a couple stocks, or have you been diversifying more, or what?
My best strategy is with the stock when they already have reported. But this young until now just one did it. So I have to do just day trade with solid companies like Apple, PayPal, Facebook. And yesterday I have a mistake because I didn't close it. So today I have to close the position with a loss.
I see. So you held it overnight.
Yes, today I was not in my strategy because I like to do a day trade.
Yeah, of course. I see.
The indicator that I like to use is moving average of 7 and 10, exponential 7 and 10, and the Kernel channel just for day trade.
I see. So basically, you've been sticking to the more reputable companies. You've been avoiding like the little pharmaceutical stocks that have been jumping up.
Yes, my best strategy is with the stock have already reported.
Oh, good.
I see. I see. So you're playing it more safe.
Right.
Yeah.
When they have a good reported, I have some filters. So this strategy is very well, but this young I have just one opportunity to do it.
I see.
Sorry.
So Paula, you had mentioned that you were using our platform before. Do you think
Yes.
that kind of gave you the edge, in staying consistent because you didn't have to worry about learning the platform or learning how to use tools to implement your strategy?
Yes, I have this problem because I work with Phoenix. So I have this platform already 1 year, and
Okay.
I have to use it.
Is this the buying power you normally use in live mode in your live account? Or is your buying power more or less? I'm just curious.
I'm sorry.
The buying power that you're using in the competition started at 100,000. What are you using in your live account at your broker Phoenix who's one of our brokers?
Yes, I have my own account.
Yeah. What is the buying power in your? I'm just curious if this was
more or less. I have because I have a manager, so I have a lot of clients with me, and they have more or less 20,000, 30,000 is the average of my clients.
Okay, I see. All right.
And how would you compare trading with 100,000 buying power? Is it harder? Is it easier? What do you think?
It's more easy because for day trade you just look for less a dollar or $1, no. So it's more easy when you have more buying power.
That's true.
That's true.
Are you finding it easier to lose money though too?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your input.
Should we
Anything
increase
else?
the buying power or decrease the buying power in our next competition?
The next competition?
Yeah. That would be
I
interesting.
think that buying power is okay.
It's
I
okay.
think leave it.
Okay.
Yes.
Julie, what do you think? Do you think that we should leave it at 100,000?
Yeah, sorry, Toby, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I think in terms of the buying power, it would be beneficial if you do increase it for the traders because it gives them more opportunity to stretch their trading style.
I see. Good point. Yeah, we'll definitely consider that for the
We'll
next
consider
one.
it for the next one. Yes.
Yeah. And are both of you interested in participating in the next competition? Is that something, or are you more interested in going live? What's your game plan?
Oh, absolutely. I think this competition is definitely, it sounds as though Paola is an experienced trader. Her notes and her words were definitely inspiring to me just now in
Mm-hmm.
terms of trading solid stocks and waiting for reports.
Right.
And I think that's something that even as a female trader that I can take for the next competition because it's something that I'm still observing with it and even just getting introduced to the whole environment of trading. As a female, it's very enlightening. I mean, I have my two other trading buddies
Mm-hmm.
here, and it's a world of possibilities, especially if you learn your trading style. So I think it is something that I would be much interested in for the next competition for sure.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
So,
Thank you.
so we have a comment from Lisa Griffin, who's also in the competition. She's another female trader, and she says 100,000 buying power is perfect. I don't know, Lisa, would you like to join this podcast? We could probably try and get you on.
Yeah, message us in the chat if you want to, and I can send you the meeting ID on Zoom. Zoom video is what we're using. Now, Paula, do you follow other like macroeconomic topics or variables when you trade stocks, or is it just their reports?
Yes, I read all the news for Market Watch, for example.
I'm
I
sorry,
like
what's that?
to follow the Fed speech.
Okay,
Okay.
I see.
Yes, this
I
is my
see.
indicator.
And do you think that works even for more short-term traders? Because I've seen some people say that when you're day trading stocks, you care more about the technicals and less about like macroeconomic variables and fundamentals. So you think it still matters in day trading?
For me, yes, because I think for day trading or for trading, you have to see the fundamental,
Mm-hmm.
technical, and the environment. The three factors are important for the strategy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find any of the material that we sent in the email automation useful to you, Paolo, or was it stuff that you already knew that were just like reinforcement of your strategy, or um, um, whatever feedback
I
you can give us would be great.
I use investing the web.
Mm-hmm.
They have tools for me.
Okay. All right. I
That's
see.
good.
Okay.
That's good. And what do you do about trading psychology? Like, what are your opinions on that? Do you typically take breaks after losses, or do you trade the whole day?
The most difficult for a trader, I think, is have the what is the stop loss of your position. No?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a strategy but you see that it's not okay, you have to do a stop loss very clear.
Mm-hmm.
I
I see.
think this is very important.
I see. So you definitely cut your losses quickly. That's your whole.
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
Have you used the mobile interface or any of the other interfaces, or is it just Dash Trader Pro that you've been using, Paula?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Did you use the other interface during the competition? For example, our mobile application?
Yes, I have my mobile application for the real accounts.
Oh, okay. So you didn't use it during this competition. You just mainly used the Dash Trader Pro.
Yes, I have for my clients. No, I have my clients in my cell phone.
Okay.
And do you use the mobile apps, or do you use mobile web through the browser?
Apps.
You
The
use
app.
the apps.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Are you on the iPhone or the Android app? I'm just curious.
Android.
Okay. All right.
Good. And you enjoy it? It's level 2 is helpful on there, isn't it?
Paolo, are you using the level 2 on the app as well? We're just curious.
Yes, I have the level 2.
Okay. Do you find that to be very useful having level 2 on the go?
Yes, I have. For me, it's very easy to take the order for my client
Okay.
myself.
I see. Okay. Is there anything that we're missing on the app that we should improve on? We're just curious. We're redesigning right now, so feedback would be all very helpful to us.
My just observation is that in the list of my clients,
Mm-hmm.
the number of my client is not in order.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I have to look one by one, and sometimes when I have to do quickly, it's so hard. No.
Got you. All right. We'll try and figure out a way to put some form of sorting capability for you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's just one observation.
Okay.
Julie, do you use the mobile apps too, or do you use mobile web or anything like that, or have you been like desktop only?
Well, Toby, I use the mobile app as well, and I find it very handy if you need to step away from your desk or do anything of just looking at trade movements on the app. It is very handy as well.
Good, good. Glad to hear that. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Not sure
No,
that
we're not sure that if
Jill's gonna join this.
yeah, we try to keep this session up to 30 minutes. Where Jill said that she was busy today. She said she would try to join, but I don't know if she is. You think she sent us an email or?
No.
No email. Yeah. So we're just gonna end this now and wish everybody a continued Paola, you're doing fantastic. Keep up whatever you're doing. If you just so you know, if you really don't make it into the top three, first, second, or third place, we'll definitely be willing to take you to the Nasdaq and give you just a taste if you are in town in September. You said that that's something that would be of interest to you. So we'll throw it out there, and Juliana, next time we are having the next competition, so you are absolutely welcome to compete in that competition as well, which will probably be in
Definitely.
September, or registration August, September. So
Okay.
Top 8 people.
I'll be there.
and also just to let everyone know, whoever's in the top 10, we're still going to reward you, even though we're giving the prizes, the main prizes to the first to the third place. If you're in the top 10 and you're in the New York area and you reach out to me, I'll be more than happy to arrange a little tour. It won't be the tour, but you'll get a bell ringing about 15 to 30 minutes of it. More than happy to arrange that with the exchange as well. Just as an incentive and a thank you for being in our competition as well. So keep that in mind.
And if any of you want to Skype into our next stream next Tuesday, we're actually using Zoom video, not Skype.
Right.
But either way, email us at info@onebesttrader.com. We'd be happy to have you, whether you've already been blown up or if you're still going strong. We'd be happy to have you. So good luck to the rest of you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Until next time.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.